Well, hi, I'm here to teach you how to use the EBSCO database. Why is EBSCO important? There's just really one main reason. First of all, it's the place where you can find obscure research that you might not be able to find inside Gale. But also really important is that EBSCO, if you go to college, really anywhere, EBSCO is the database that you're going to be using in college. So it's a good thing to learn how to use right now. Get yourself prepared. Where do we start? Let's start here at the onlinelibrary.uen.org. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do today as we go along is open another browser. And I want you to, this is just going to help you as we go along. So I want you to open another browser, and I want you to go into your Google Drive, and I want you to put new Google Doc. So I want you to add a new doc, okay? And we're just going to call that doc Works Cited or Sources or whatever you want to call it. But this is where we're going to save our citations to, okay? So open a new Google Doc. And then as we go along, I want you to keep this browser open, okay? The other thing that might be super helpful is if you open a new folder and call that folder, let's call it research, spell it right, research articles, okay? That way when you send things to Drive, you can move them over to this research articles folder and it will be easier to find. Okay, so I want you to keep those browsers open, okay? Let's go back though. We've got Online Library open in one tab. It would be smart of you to do this along with me, but I will also tell you as we go along that this is a spot where you should pause and take a minute and try to do that on your own if you don't have two screens available to you, okay? So in the Online Library, the first place we're going to start is right here at EBSCO High Schools, okay? EBSCO High Schools is going to have all of the same information that you can get in college. The lower level EBSCOs just don't have quite as much information in them, okay? So when we're in EBSCO, you can see there are a lot of databases to choose from. And that is awesome and fun, and there's some cool things in here. But for general EBSCO research, I like Academic Search Premier. So Academic Search Premier is really for academic searching, which is what we're doing right now with our EBSCO searching, okay? So here we are. We're on the main EBSCO page. You can see here that they have a lot of things to help you out in your searching, okay? The first one is this search bar. And this is just where you would do like a basic general search term. But if you want to do an advanced search, that could be more helpful, and that's how you get her, is just pushing advanced search. Then you can toggle back to basic search. I am going to show you how to use that advanced search in just 1 minute. But let me show you a few more things that are here on the web page, okay? Search modes and expanders, okay? Boolean phrase is what we're going to learn how to do in this advanced search, and that is automatically clicked. But if you want, you can search different ways, find all my search terms, find any of my search terms, or smart text searching, okay? And then here, apply equivalent subjects. You can put that if you want. So if I'm searching like automobiles, it would also pull up like cars. I don't have to put in both search terms when that is checked. Okay, and then this, if you want it to just search the title, cool. But if you want it to search everything that's in the document, then you can click that. Also apply related words, you can click that. Okay, does that make sense? So I usually just don't click any of these. But if you think it will help you, go ahead and feel free to do that. And this one is on auto check, okay? This here you can do later on, but what I always do is make sure that this limit my results to full text is checked. Because that way I'm not going to pull up an article that looks interesting and then when I click on it, I don't actually have that article. I just have like a review of that article. So I always click full text. Sometimes your teachers will require you to have a peer-reviewed article, and if that's a requirement from your teacher, you can click that, okay? And then you can see like other ways to sort by when it's published. This would be helpful if you're looking for a specific article in a specific place, okay? So that's this home page. What I want you to do now, if you don't have another screen open, is just to pause your recording real quickly, jump over and just kind of open up Utah's Online Library, get to EBSCO, get to Academic Search Premier, and just kind of look at this home page. Now, let me show you what this basic search thing is for, okay? This is for just typing like a general search term that you want it to search. So if I just type sports here, I'm going to have 320,000 results. That is a lot of results. That's a lot of results. But honestly, sports isn't that good of a search term, right? That's going to tell me every article there is in the entire universe about sports. Now, if I'm comfortable with the basic search, that's fine. I can stay here and I can help limit these 320 results down with some of these tools over on the sidebar, okay? So I've already limited it to full text. Another thing I can do here is change the publication date, okay? So I might pull that way up here, but definitely to sometime after you were born, right? Depending on your topic, but namely we want really current research. Okay, so I limited it to from 2015 to current. That took me from 300,000 down to 48,000. That's a big change, right? That's a lot more articles I don't have to sort through. But honestly, 48,000 is still a lot of articles. We're not honestly going to read all of those, are we? No, we're not. If you scroll down here on the toolbar a little bit more, you can see that we can limit it by publication type, okay? And if I only want to look at academic journals, there's still 16,000 results. If I only want to look at magazines, there's 15,000 results, okay? And you can get this to show you exactly what everything is, okay? So you could limit it that way. But if it's me, instead of just doing a basic search for sports, I'm going to do the advanced search, okay? So when you click on advanced search, you get these little extras here. These are called your Boolean operators, okay? And what they do is either help you limit your search a whole bunch or expand it a whole bunch. So let me show you what I mean. So in this first field here, I just put sports. And if I put search, it's going to give me the same results that I did in the basic search, right? 320,000. But if I put sports and football, right, I specify a little bit more clearly what I want. Sports and football. What it's going to look for is every article that has the word sports, but also and the word football in it. Okay, so if I do that, it's going to limit it quite a bit, right? Now we're down to 53,000 because I was more specific about what I wanted. I do want to talk about sports, but specifically football. What would happen if I change this from and to or football? Do you think you're going to get more results or fewer results? I'll tell you what, you're going to get more results because what I'm saying is I want everything that has the word sports in it or anything that has the word football in it. And we see that we jumped up 20,000 results from 320 to 340. Okay, I'm moving through this kind of fast, but you can rewatch and it's not that difficult to understand. So these are your Boolean operators. You can also see you have not. So if I want everything that has sports in it, but not football in it, then you can see that that's going to take me down a few results. Okay, so they just help you grow your results or limit your results. Okay, so let's try this. I'm going to do sports and football, and I'm going to say and also high school because I want to limit it a little bit more. Okay, sports and football and high school. Wow, you can see I'm clear down to just 2,570 results. That's a lot easier to work with, right? I still have my limiters over here. I could change it from 1941 back up here to 2015. And I could also change my result type, but look at that, 386. That is much more manageable. And these articles are probably a little bit more of what I'm looking for my research, right? So I'm going to just, we're going to come back and learn how to pick an article, but I just want to make sure that you understand how to use these search limiters, these Boolean terms. So could you just pause the recording for just a minute, jump onto EBSCO, try your topic out, try your broad topic, then try using these Boolean limiters and seeing how they help you either get more results or fewer results, okay? So I want to show you one more thing. If I was just on my basic search, and I knew exactly what my topic is. My topic is, let's say, high school athletes should be paid, or should high school athletes be paid? A lot of times what your inclination to do is because you're used to working in a Google browser is to just type in your entire premise and add a question mark, type it in as a sentence. This is a very bad way to search because EBSCO is searching for those keywords and those key terms. And when you just put in a whole sentence, it gets a little confused. But let me just show you, let's see what happens when I say, should high school athletes be paid? Okay, wow, one result. That's great, but that probably isn't going to help me a lot. And also, it probably, when I look at this article, it's probably not exactly what I wanted, right? Because it's the highlights of the Gallup poll, and it's actually talking about public schools and using money to pay teachers. It really has nothing to do with the topic that I was talking about, okay? But if we go back to our home EBSCO page and we say, we're going to look for, sorry, I can't see it here, smart text searching. If we turn on smart text searching, okay, and that's, you're not going to be able to use your Boolean phrases and your smart text searching. But if you turn on your smart text searching and you type in the same exact thing, should high school athletes be paid, question mark, okay? Thinking for a minute, because it's using that smart search to think like, what are they really trying to say? Oh, look, well, there's actually 8,000 results. Now, is it exactly what I wanted? No, but it's a lot closer, because look, should college athletes be paid? Should college athletes be paid? Should student athletes be paid? Okay, this is more on the track of the research that I was looking for. And so it might not be exactly what I want, but I can read these articles and I can make my same arguments using these articles and put it in my high school athletes articles, right? So that's how that smart text searching works. Okay, that was a lot of things. If you want to take a minute here to pause and go on and try that a little bit on your own, awesome, this is the right time to do that. The next thing we're going to do is very important, and it's going to be teaching you how to save and cite your sources. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click this article. Should college athletes be paid to play? Great, I'm interested in this. So what you've got here is your basic information about the article, okay, and then you're going to scroll down, and here is your actual article. Sometimes you will need to go over here and click HTML full text, or it might say PDF full text before you can see it. And if you click that, it just gives you the article in all the full article. And sometimes it pulls up like where the article was in the magazine and you'll read it there. But here we go. I can see, okay, great. I like this article. This is something I want to use. Cool, cool, cool. What do I do next? I have to use my tools to save this article. Okay, so my first tool here is Google Drive. Always, always, if you even think it's maybe a little bit good, send it to Google Drive. The first time you send it to Google Drive, it's going to ask you for permission, and you're going to give it permission. Boom, I sent it to my drive, okay? Now, you can do this all at the end of your searching, or you can do it as you go, but I like to go into my Google Drive, in Recents, okay, and here it is, right here in my Recent, and I like to move this to my research folder that I created, okay? So you're just going through your drive, and you're moving it to the folder that we created initially, right? Okay, and I'm going to put it in there, move here, boom, now it's where I want it to be and I can find it again, okay? Tool 1, send to Google Drive. Make sure you do that. Second tool is your citation tool. I don't know why you wouldn't use this. It's just basically to do the work for you and help you make sure you did it right. So it's gonna pull up this list of citations, and you're just gonna move down here to the one that you want. It's usually MLA here in high school. You're gonna just go ahead and copy that citation, and you're going to move it or just paste it into this sources page that we created right at the beginning. Paste it there. Don't worry about order, font, anything like that. We're going to fix that after we write our paper. But for now, we have that here so that we don't have to figure that out on our own. The final tool, and you guys, everybody skips this one, and then they get so frustrated because you cannot find your article again. The final tool is permalink. So here's what happens. EBSCO literally gets thousands and thousands and thousands of articles submitted every single day. And they do not have enough space in the world to keep all of those articles as an actual link. So unless you create a permalink, then that article will not be where you found it. Even though in my sources I have like a little search EBSCO host browser thing here, that's not going to get you back to this article because that's just temporary. You have to create a permanent link or a permalink in order to get to that article again. And your teacher may want you to cite your link in your sources page so that they can click right to it, and if you don't have a permalink, they cannot do that. So you click the permalink button, it pulls up a permalink, which you can just copy, and I like to put my permalink right under my actual source page. Make sure you push enter, that way you can see the link. Bada bing, bada boom, done, okay? As you can see, these are not exactly the same as each other, okay? So you have to create that permalink. Okay, so awesome, great, that's easy, right? Go back, pause for a minute, go back, pick an article, any article, and use your 3 links. Google Drive, right here, citation, and permalink, okay? Awesome. Now, that's basically it. You're done, but I'm going to show you one other quick tool that you probably will love a lot, and that is right here, find similar results, okay? Your teacher is often going to ask you for like 3 to 5 sources, okay? And if I have found one source that I really like a lot, this find similar results can be super helpful because it does the searching for you. And then I can go in and look, there are a lot more results here, right? There are a lot more results, but if I didn't do that good a job of selecting my results, I can filter in here and I can just find another result that is exactly like what I want, and I can use that. So that is, again, I'm going to show you when you're in your actual article, that is called find similar results, okay? Here's my article. I'm in it. Sorry. Here's my actual article. I'm in it. I've got my tools over here, and then this is the find similar results. Okay, you guys, that is EBSCO. That took about 15 minutes to go through. It's going to take you more time as you are just beginning to learn how to use it. But here's the thing I want you to know. Take the time to learn how to do it because it will help you in every research project you have from here out, including in college. Here's the other thing I want you to know. My job is to help you. My full job is to help you get access to information. I would love to help you with your research. If you are stuck, if you have a topic that you're not finding information for, if you don't understand how to use those Boolean operators, please, please, please talk to me, okay? You can email me. I'm very good to answer emails quickly, or you can swing by the library if you're learning in person, or just get a hold of your regular classroom teacher and they can help you get a hold of me, okay? Great work today. I'm so excited for you to learn how to use EBSCO. Go get them. See ya.